Hello, hockey fans. Well, day number 10 of this year's Stanley Cup playoffs is in the books. And, we had the two games. So let's talk about what went down in those two games. My God. We really did break the Lightning, didn't we? I know I asked this before, but I have to ask it again. We really did break this team. So Tampa, they gave up the first goal, but they scored two in 11 seconds, which was great, but they couldn't add any more. Florida decided to pay them back by scoring two more, their own in 11 seconds. Then they added an empty netter. So it looks like it could be over for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and oh boy, what is it with these number two seeds in certain areas getting embarrassed like this? Of course, in basketball, the Houston Rockets are losing to a Warriors team they should have swept. But yeah, so it doesn't look good for Tampa. I think their season's going to be over, and it's going to be a disappointing postseason for Kucherov, though I can't really talk about disappointing postseasons from players who should be showing out because I have to vet about. Well, there's a couple things I have to vet about regarding the other game. 9 seconds. Honestly, that's how long it took for this game to be obliterated. I couldn't believe it. I was all revved up, ready to watch this game, and all of a sudden, 9 seconds in, it's 1-0 Dallas. Now, of course, what followed is the usual bullshit. Refs swallowing their whistles when Dallas does us dirty, but falling for any of Dallas's embellishment and dives and all that shit. The refs should just admit that they love Dallas because it's been known that they hate. It's been documented that they hate this. That they hate the Avs. It's been documented, and it didn't help that we just were not showing up either. I mean, it did look good. We were down 3-0 because our worst fears came true. Miko ran and scored on us. Yeah, but we cut it to one goal. But then, just like that. So we're facing the end of the season already. We're down 3-2. Like I said, it doesn't help that the refs are on Dallas's payroll. For every one power play the Avs get, the Stars get about 3 or 4 or 5. And what also doesn't help, I mentioned Kucherov's disappearing this playoffs. You know who else hasn't done much of anything? Of all people, Cale Makar. Where are you, buddy? I have barely heard your name all series, and that is concerning. Best best defenseman in the league, Conn Smythe winner, but he's been a ghost. He's been a ghost this whole series. I picked him for Avs Twitter psychic because I was hoping, well, he's gonna wake up. He's gonna wake up in this game. No, this is not good. This is really not good. So Kale needs to get going. Hopefully, well, the whole team needs to get going. And for the love of God, could the refs be actually unbiased? They have been picking on us all series. It's ridiculous. So that's what happened in the hockey action. Now, before I talk about what's in store for us tomorrow, I have something to share. Would you look at that symmetry, huh? So, entering tonight, all the West series were 2-2, but after on the East, all the series are 3-1. It's like a tale of two conferences in round one of the playoffs. While the West is hotly contested from the top seed, which was Winnipeg, overall number one, from the top seed to the second wild card, which is St. Louis, they're all hungry and competitive. But the East, it seems to be weeding out the pretenders. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. You got Toronto, Florida. Now it's Florida. You got Toronto, Florida, Washington, Carolina, all up 3-1. The Devils, they're injured to all hell and not performing well. Montreal, they're happy to be there. Tampa, they're just, and Ottawa again also happy to be there. Plus, they don't beat. They're not allowed to beat the Leafs in the playoffs anyway. But yeah, it's just crazy. So really in the Eastern Conference, the playoffs really starts in round two. Round one is basically, you know, for the looks of it, it's a bunch of jobber matches. But anyway, before we get to round two, yeah, we have to weed out the teams first, and that could start tomorrow. So this is tomorrow's action. It is loaded. We have 4 games. We have 4 games tomorrow, and 2 of them potential elimination. First off, at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, Game 5 of the Battle of Ontario heads right back to Toronto. Senators and Maple Leafs. Leafs are up 3 games to 1, and they're looking to finish it off. This will be their second chance to do it. Of course, we all know what happened in Game 4 with the overtime, and the Sens got their win at home. But the scene shifts back to Toronto, and the Leafs will look to finish it off. It will be only their second. It would only be their second playoff series win under this kind of regime with Matthews and all of them, which is actually entering year 9 right now. So Toronto looks to advance, and they'll have home ice in round 2 if they do, because they won the division. Of course, a half hour later, we got Game 5 in the Metro between the Devils and the Hurricanes. The series heads back to Raleigh, and the Hurricanes look to finish it off against the Devils, while the Devils look to force another trip back to New Jersey. And then at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, it's Game 5 between the Wild and the Golden Knights. The scene shifts right back to Sin City, and that's 2-2. It's a pivotal Game 5, and we have another pivotal Game 5 starting a half hour after that. At 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, it's Game 5 between the Oilers and Kings. The series shifts right back to L.A., and that's 2-2. And the Kings, like I said, the Kings start well. They need to finish, and then that series is 2-2 as well. So four Game 5s. Two teams can advance. Two teams can advance. While in the West Game 5s, whoever wins will be in the driver's seat. It's going to be an interesting Tuesday in the Stanley Cup playoffs, but that's tomorrow. That is my recap of day number 10 of this year's playoffs. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe if you want more. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button. And I'll be back around this time tomorrow with a recap of tomorrow's action. And maybe it comes with some advancement for the first time in this year's playoffs. So stay tuned.